Welcome back to part two of how to release negative thoughts and beliefs. It's important to challenge your negative thoughts. One way you can find out what your negative beliefs are is to look at your day to day life because your outer life is a reflection of your inner spirit. In other words, your outer life reflects your thoughts and feelings. For example, as you put your attention on abundance and money, if you feel fear, look closer to see what the thought is that is connected to it. Sometimes the feelings come up so quickly we aren't even aware of the thought. If there is a feeling, there has to be a thought that it originated from, even if it flashed by so quickly you didn't catch it the first time. Use your mind power to ferret it out. Questions can be used as probes. Simply close your eyes, pause for a moment, go inside and ask, what thought is the source of this fear? Or what is the belief that this fear comes from? This may take some practice, but eventually, by inviting and intending clarity, your mind power will show you the thought belief that is at the base of your fear. So then what do you do next? You want to dismantle the belief because this is the bottom line. You have been terrorizing yourself with your own thought power. The thought form at the base of the big scary fear is actually only a tiny little wisp of energy. Without feeding it with attention, it has no power at all. If you stop giving it attention, it dissolves because what we give attention to increases. What we ignore or don't give our attention to decreases. The next step is to think about what do you really want? Okay, so listen, you've identified where you are, you've gotten honest with yourself and uncovered a negative belief, maybe more than one. Now you need to figure out where you want to go from here and use mind power to chart your course. Ask yourself, what do I want in this situation? And then focus on that. Do affirmations. Take action. If you want to be healthy, you can do an affirmation that says, I am in robust health now. But then you also need to follow it up with exercise, good eating habits. You have to affirm with your feet moving. You might say something like, I believe I am prosperous. I have faith that my prosperity brings to me everything I need. And you have to focus on that, focus on that, focus on that. And as soon as a negative thought comes up, dismiss it. The next thing you have to do is to bridge the gap because this is what happens. When you release a negative thought or let go of a negative thought, there is a gap, there is a vacuum created, and you have to fill that vacuum with a or a positive thought or a belief. You can alter our beliefs. You can alter your belief by applying new thoughts to the old beliefs until we mold them into what we prefer. Then we practice the new viewpoint. Here are some samples of ways to change your thinking. I am excited about uncovering this belief that has been holding me back. Now I can do something about it. I know it's possible to be prosperous because I see others have prosperity. I'm happy that I'm learning these new principles because I sense they can change my life. From there, you might go to, what do I really love doing? Then, once you discover that, you can continue with, how can I do more of that in my life right now? Okay, I can see the possibility that there is something I could do to create abundance in my life, doing something that I really love doing. As long as you keep following any trail of thought that occurs to you that brings a lighter, expanded feeling, you will build that bridge. And you will get to the point where you are able to choose the positive thoughts all the time. The other thing you want to do is to clean out the residue. Most thoughts that we have now, most negative thinking, come from our past experiences. So you want to clear out the energy of the old thought as well as whatever trauma that it is related to it. There are a number of different things that you can do. For example, when negative feelings come up, you can go to the sink, run cold water, put your hands under it, and imagine the negative energy flowing down the drain. You can do that while you're taking a shower. As you're standing under the shower and the water is running down your head and your arms and your chest, you can imagine that where the water goes is releasing any negative thoughts or beliefs and cleansing your body. You can do the same thing with an Epsom salt bath and imagine that you are releasing all your negative energy and then see it running down the drain when you drain the bathtub. You can also do things like writing the negative thoughts and feeling on a piece of paper, crumbling it up, throwing it in, tearing it up, throwing it into the garbage can, writing something on a piece of paper, burning it, and imagining that those negative thoughts are being dissipated into the universe. One of my favorites is to get a flat stone and a marker, write down your negative belief, and to throw the stone in a lake, a pond, or a stream or river. And as you practice all this stuff, you will become better at it. So the next step is preventative maintenance. It's an ongoing process. And as soon as you feel a negative emotion, stop yourself and use your mind's power to trace back to the thought or belief that triggered the negative feeling. And as you practice these steps, they will become easier and easier and more automatic. And soon, all you'll be thinking is positive thoughts. So, now allow me to recap how to change beliefs with mind power. First, become aware of them. Then, dismantle the belief. Figure out what you really want. Bridge the gap between the negative thoughts and the positive thoughts, and clear out the residue. And then put time and effort into preventative maintenance. This is the end of the lesson on releasing negative thoughts and beliefs. Remember, if you have any questions or you doubt any of what I am sharing, send me a message on Udemy and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. There is also a Facebook page that you can join. It's called Prosperity Secrets Revealed. And there, if you want to ask questions or have a discussion, please do so. I want to do whatever I can to help you be prosperous. And I will see you in the next lesson.